Today's RNN video is all about Nintendo Switch. No Nintendo Direct this time, sorry. I clickbaited you guys just to see this. So in today's Nintendo Switch video, more DLC arrives for Smash Ultimate, as well as more games are being announced and releasing for Nintendo Switch. Also, Nintendo is making bold steps into its NSO online service through its use of streaming and free trials. Also, a thorn on Nintendo's backside is finally tackled when EA releases a statement that kinda makes investors and gamers alike skeptical on the reasons why they keep skipping the Switch. And also, Switch Lite pre-orders are out all around the world. So if you want to get one, or should you wait until the rumored Switch Pro comes out? Let's find out. What's up guys, this is Jimmy Retro, and today's Retro News Network video is all about the Nintendo Switch. Yep, Nintendo's most recent selling like hotcakes hybrid console is the talk of this video, and sold over 35 million units as of this writing, and about to release 2 new models, one of which will be this year. And more and more developers are starting to port more games to it. There's surprise revealings after E3. So surprised that this is the talk of the hour. And the one thing I like to talk about today is streaming on the Switch. As far as you know, Nintendo has had its fair share of online lagging behind the competition. It's no different today, as its NSO service, or Nintendo Switch Online, is a bit lackluster, to be honest, for $20. And, well, Nintendo started to take bold steps towards it through the release of Mario Tennis Aces, which is one of the most popular Switch games and is frequently the target for online tournaments and demos and all stuff like that. And they just released their final character a couple weeks ago. And so, Nintendo decided to use it again as a test subject as part of its Game Trials program, as confirmed through a post by Nintendo UK. And it says from August 7th to August 13th, you get to play Mario Tennis Aces for free, available to NSO subscribers only. And afterwards, you get a paltry 33% discount on the game. Which honestly isn't a bad idea, but considering that they only give you a week to play it, is not a good sign. It could have at least given you guys a month or something. Something that'll give players incentive to try out the games. But then again, Nintendo's just catching up to PSN and Xbox Live, so that's expected. And, well, they could have done better with the offer. I mean, they could have at least given a 40 or 50% discount off. And also, it was originally only going to be available to people in Europe until about 30 minutes ago when Nintendo of America confirmed that it's also coming stateside. I see in a tweet that says basically the same info from August 7th to 13th, or was it 6th? No, it was 7th. And the trial starts from 10 in the morning Pacific time to about 11 minutes and 11 hours, 59 minutes and 59 seconds of August 13th at night. So yeah, unless you're a really efficient speedrunner or a proficient gamer, you might want to wait till Nintendo laxes on their offers. But then again, that's probably unlikely, as they're notoriously stingy on deals and whatnot. But still, it's a start. Not a start that everyone expected, but it's a start. And whereas while the rest of the world gets Mario Tennis Aces, Japan ends up getting the Captain Toad Treasure Tracker in Japan, which I might add, I've recently made a jump to VR right after Link and Mario and well, almost every Nintendo character in Smash did. And select levels of the game will be available for VR playing, which is a start. But then again, there's nothing much to say, because well, the game's been developed before VR, and Nintendo's notoriously finicky on entering new territory, so yeah, that's a bit of a side note. Another news related to streaming and DLC, as you can see on the screen, about a couple days ago, Sakurai has released a video of himself personally describing the attributes of Hero, which is now available on the eShop as Smash DLC for about $6, along with a couple of mini costumes and you got to play 4 heroes from across the Dragon Quest era. Notably, the heroes that were released on Nintendo consoles, such as the ones on 4, 8, and the incoming 11. But yeah, that's a nice touch. I'll leave a link to the full video down below. But if you're impatient on figuring out how to play this hero and all that. Available on the Switch eShop for $6, or if you got the Flyers Pass, you can just get it now. But I'm guessing that people want to see everything about Banjo-Kazooie, which may be teased in the future, but we don't know, as Sakurai himself has said. He has recently begun venturing into the streaming format, unscripted and all that. So we'll have to wait and see. As you can see, that's him playing as 11. I'll let it play out. Well, on to other news. The Outer Worlds will be out soon for Nintendo Switch. That's right. Obsidian Entertainment is teaming up with Virtuos, the ones who ported Dark Souls and Final Fantasy XII, to bringing the Outer Worlds to the Switch. And for those who don't know, the Outer Worlds is kind of a mix of Fallout and Xenoblade, judging by the video. I mean, I did see a video of the Outer Worlds on E3, but I haven't seen that much. However, as it was originally released on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, it's also decided to take a shot with the Switch. And seeing how Obsidian is the ones that made Fallout New Vegas and South Park series, this would be this big break that Nintendo needs to show the world that it can run third-party games just as good as it can run everything else. But that yet to be seen. As shown, the Switch version will be released at a later date after the October 25th release date of the other 3 versions, so it's too soon to tell, but got a good feeling it'll be a good port. Virtuos make Panic Button proud. But while everyone is ecstatic to see more and more games getting ported to Switch after a time, there is one company that doesn't do it as much. As you can see on the screen, it's EA. Now, yeah, we've seen FIFA and other games on the Switch, but they're mostly either scaled down versions that miss out on core console new features, or they're just indie efforts that, well, because the Switch is more of an indie machine to them. And just recently, in an investors meeting, the CEO, Andrew Wilson of EA, has done a pretty bad excuse that does not please investors and gamers alike on why EA keeps skipping the Switch, as shown with Madden and stuff. And here's a quote. Anytime we're evaluating platform conversations, we are really looking at a couple of things. One, does the game really fit the profile of that platform in terms of control or community ecosystem? Two, do we think the community playing on that platform would appreciate the game to go there? Or would they prefer to play with someone else? We have a lot of data that would suggest a great many Switch owners also own a PS4 or an Xbox One or a PC, and very often chose to play the games that they make on these platforms even though they have a Switch and enjoy a lot of content on the Switch. For starters, that quote did not please investors and gamers alike. And yes, it is true that Switch owners have a PS4 or an Xbox One or a PC. I mean, look at me, I have a PS4 and a PC. But I still play more games on Switch than on any other console, mainly because of the portable gaming feature and the unique ability to, tabletop, hybrid. I mean, who doesn't want all their games to be ported to Switch? But well, here it seems that EA pretty much, as you know, relies heavily on microtransactions, and they're probably the real reason why they won't do that because, well, they see Switch games as unprofitable, and many Nintendo gamers out there hate microtransactions, as shown with game sales and stuff. And also because the Switch is one tablet of a console that does wonders. I mean, you can play Doom, Wolfenstein, heck, even The Outer Worlds is coming out to Switch, as well as the last minute ports of some games. But it seems that EA is missing out on their little money cashing grabs. I mean, it is true that most people prefer to play on a PS4 and Xbox One, but that's mainly because, for one thing, EA doesn't even think twice about releasing it on the Switch, just saying priority is PS4 and Xbox One and PC, and that's it. We'll just release FIFA on the Switch. And seeing, it is very unlikely that Madden will be on the Switch, even though many football fanatics would be ecstatic to play them at tailgate parties, or just when Sunday Night Football is getting more and more commercialized and there's less and less playing, more and more advertising. And also, people attacking EA for not getting The Sims onto Nintendo's console, which is pretty understandable, even though I personally never played that game because, well, I prefer Animal Crossing. But yeah, that's EA's weirdly invalid excuse. But this has potential to spread to other companies as well. Most notably Ubisoft, Bandai, Square Enix, and Crystal Dynamics, among other publishers, and many more if this keeps up. So I can see why The Outer Worlds coming to Switch is a big deal, as well as many other AAA games. Like I said, make Panic Button proud. I'm Virtuos. And if you haven't checked Amazon or Walmart lately, the Switch Lite pre-orders they start taking all around the world. If you guys don't know what a Switch Lite is, it's basically a handheld version of the Switch, when in fact it shouldn't be called a Switch, but rather should be called a 1DS. After that spoof video. I'll stop now. But seriously, the Switch Lite is a handheld only version of the Switch. And as you can see above, there's no Joy-Cons, there's no Vibrate Rumble, HD Rumble I mean. But on the plus side, there's a D-pad. And it's preferable for those who do most of their gaming on the go. But since I'm not one of those people, because I mostly play on the TV or tabletop when I have the chance, I'm probably not going to get it. But my sisters, who are also Twitch streamers, I might get them for them as like a present or something. Maybe Christmas time. And speaking of Christmas time, it's about to be released September 20th, the same day as Link's Awakening. And for those of you who wanted to get the Switch that's on the screen here, sorry about that, that's my phone. Just something. And for those that are looking for that color variation of the Switch, I hate to break it to you, but it's all sold out. And highly unlikely they'll ever do a restock on that soon. But if they do, I'll be surprised. But seriously, that variation of the Switch is like a special edition for Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is not out till about November 18th. And that's a pretty neat way to show how they anticipate it and to sell like hotcakes. But a special edition I really want to see would be a Link's Awakening Switch. Because, well, for starters, Link's Awakening comes out the same day as a Switch Lite. And what better way to celebrate the launch than with a special Zelda edition of that has Link's Awakening artwork covered all around the Switch's frame. It would be awesome. But then again, it might not come to pass. And Nintendo, on the quiet side, also releasing a new model of the Switch, which is not the Lite, but it's the current model, only with a bigger battery or extended battery life. With the new model being dubbed HAC-001. And for those wanting to get that model, you might want to check the box art or if the serial numbers aren't available. Because box art will be different, and instead of a hand taking out the Switch, it will probably be a Switch without the hand. And people are still waiting for the Switch Pro console that supposedly should have come out this year, which will probably be delayed till next year by my guess. Maybe in direct competition with the PS5 for games and stuff. But other than that, yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's $200, which is $100 below the regular Switch model. It does come with sacrifices like no Joy-Cons, no Rumble. You can't play certain games. But on the plus side, you get a free D-pad. Hopefully that will suffice, but if not, you're out of luck. But anyway, that about does it for this Retro News Network video. So, please leave this video a like and comment below if you're excited for The Outer Worlds coming out on the Switch, or you're pre-ordering the Switch Lite, which is now in turquoise, gray, and blue. No, turquoise, gray, and yellow, I mean. Or if you're waiting for the Switch Pro console, which allegedly will have better specs of everything. And if you're planning on trying out the game trial service that Nintendo's offering, or the DLC that Sakura has unveiled of Hero, or if you already got it and see if it plays out. And also, don't forget to subscribe on this little channel so we can keep this channel growing and keep producing more videos for all you guys. So until then, I'll see you guys on the other Warp Zone. Oh, and I forgot to mention, next week we're going to be reviewing Infinity Train and see if it lives up to all the hype. And finally, to answer the long question if that show is either a miniseries or is it a full-on show. So yeah, that'll be for next week. See you guys then. And like I said, like, comment, subscribe. I don't hear you clicking that button. Come on. I don't hear you clicking that button. There you go. There we go.